So let's talk about a story that sounds like it's straight out of a video game. This isn't just about a game launch. No, it's about one of the biggest heists in gaming history. The target? The one and only Grand Theft Auto 6. The person who did it? A teenager. And where he pulled it off from? Well, that's the part you're just not going to believe. I mean, it sounds completely impossible, right? You've got this teenager with stuff you can buy at any store going up against a corporate giant with a security budget that's probably in the billions. But what we're about to uncover is that the way he did it is somehow even more shocking than the leak itself. Okay, so the story of this hack starts in a really, really weird place. I want you to forget that cliché image of a hacker hiding out in a dark basement. Our guy was actually already under police guard when he pulled off his biggest crime yet. What makes this whole thing so wild is that he was already on the cops' radar. Big time. He'd been arrested before for hacking another major tech company, so they knew who he was. This was definitely not his first rodeo. Now, because of those earlier hacks, rival groups doxed him. They basically just blasted his personal information and home address all over the internet. And that put him and his family in some very real physical danger. So the authorities did something pretty unusual. They put him under guard in a budget hotel. It was supposed to be a safe house, to protect him from people trying to get revenge and to keep him offline. They took his laptop thinking, okay, that's it, threat neutralized. Oh, how wrong they were. So picture this. He's stuck in a hotel room, no computer, and he's being watched by the police. You'd think that would be the end of the story. Nope. It was the beginning of his most unbelievable hack ever. Just an incredible display of cleverness and pure nerve. And this is where the story just goes off the rails into, I can't believe this is real territory. His main computer was gone, so he had to get creative. He didn't have any fancy spy gear. He just used things that you or I could literally walk into a store and buy right now. So just look at his toolkit. An iPhone, a streaming stick, like an Amazon Fire Stick, plugged into the hotel TV, and a Bluetooth keyboard. That's it. That was his entire arsenal to take on one of the biggest gaming companies in the world. With this incredibly basic setup, he somehow managed to get access to Rockstar's internal Slack channels. Just let that sink in for a second. He was reading the private, everyday messages of one of the most secretive game developers on the entire planet. But he didn't just listen in. Oh no. He grabbed everything he could find and just dumped it all online, kicking off this massive earthquake that shook the entire video game industry right to its core. And the result? Over 90 different video clips of raw, unfinished Grand Theft Auto 6 gameplay just appeared on the internet. For a game that had been kept under wraps for almost a decade, this was a total bombshell. The gaming world absolutely lost its mind. But as shocking as all those videos were, they weren't the real treasure. The truly catastrophic damage, the real disaster, came from the leak of the game's source code. We're talking about the digital DNA, the secret recipe for the entire game. It's like publishing the secret formula for Coca-Cola for the whole world to see. A leak this huge was never, ever going to be ignored. The fallout was immediate, and the consequences for the hacker were swift, they were severe, and ultimately, they changed his life forever. Yeah, it didn't take long for the authorities to put two and two together. Their number one suspect, the guy who was supposed to be locked down and offline, was suddenly at the center of the biggest gaming leak in history. It wasn't exactly a hard case to crack, and he was rearrested almost immediately. And this all happened so fast. The second that leak went public, the clock started ticking. The police moved in, which led to a court verdict that completely sealed his fate, taking him out of society for a very long time. In the end, the court's decision was crystal clear. They said his skills, combined with what seemed like an unstoppable urge to use them, made him a continuous danger to the public. The sentence wasn't really about punishment, it was about prevention. He was confined to a secure psychiatric hospital indefinitely. So this whole story leaves us with this really fascinating modern-day question. Was this a legendary prank from some kind of digital folk hero who beat the system with just a cell phone? Or was it a serious crime that caused millions in damages and put thousands of jobs on the line? In this digital world we live in, that line between prankster and criminal, it's getting harder and harder to see.